Hey YouTube, this is going to be a one game video, which I know is not something we're used to, but it's a game that I felt like was going to be worth checking out because we are watching Nwpo versus Zapatos, with Nwpo playing on 164 ping. Presumably this is on USC servers. I think that's maybe about what Nwpo gets, and we're going to see how he fares against one of the resident ranked grinders over here on the US servers. As Nwpo a couple weeks ago must have been a little bit bored on his own servers, wasn't actually getting ones games, queues into Zapatos, and apparently is still going to hit flicks like that just fine at 160 ping. Oh my goodness, the pre-flip and the camera shake as he's able to nail a 3-0 lead again on 160 ping. Now, Zapatos is the one who uploaded this replay, so it's going to look like everything is going, according to plan as far as the ball movements. I almost wish Nwpo had uploaded it, because then I think some of the artifacts of the ball absolutely flying around would show up. But for now, we won't know exactly what Nwpo sees. I guarantee on every kickoff, the ball teleports around before he is able to realize where it's actually gone. But he's got a 4-0 lead against the Zap Dasher all the same as Zapatos. I actually haven't seen him play in a while as well. Last time I watched him play, though, I feel like he did not incorporate the aerial game as much as I would hope to see from him in terms of, the kind of gameplay you probably need to do if you want to play at the highest level. Although Mechy showed, especially on land, that you really aren't going to have to go too crazy in the air once you get to land. But I think getting there and being able to take down players like Drowley in grand finals for Zapatos is probably going to be a guy like Diaz. You're going to have to be able to show that you can hang in the air. But within a minute of this game, it's a 5-1 lead for Nwpo, who is scoring a ton of kickoffs, and Zapatos is going to score as well. He definitely loves his wave dash kickoff. It's not often that players who are willing to wave dash kickoff get too stuck or too addicted to it. Usually just the fact that you'll even wave dash at all is a sign you're willing to mix it up. But Zapatos is definitely one of those guys who heavily favors his wave dash kickoff. Nice read of Nwpo going to the side wall. Zapatos couldn't quite get that double, though, and he's actually just going to give Nwpo, I thought, a direct goal, but is able to play it around him. Zapatos loves to play fast and play on the ball. I mean, he's not as intense about it as Nwpo is. Nice fake from Nwpo, who's going to get a little pogo even on the way in to get his sixth. But he definitely, loves to keep the aggression going, so we'll see how it fares against a guy like Nwpo. He already once got a read on the early speed from Nwpo and played it around him. He just needed to change the finish slightly, as Nwpo's going to fall down to the ground. Zapatos not going to take the initial dribble, and he's just trying to bait Nwpo into a bad position. Credit to Nwpo for being able to make those reads defensively. But Zapatos chipping it around him, constantly expecting something from Nwpo. Oh my goodness, that was not the best touch from him. But he seems to be aware of the fact that Nwpo will be chasing him down, and he's starting to try and claw back here against Nwpo. Nwpo defensive off this kickoff, able to shadow and make a save, not able to pick up any boost, so he is going to leave now. I want to see Zapatos do something Mechy through the air. Has a reset now. That flick is so dangerous, and that might even be just enough. A fake again. Nwpo double faked here on the goal line, and Zapatos gets a fourth goal. Clearly, Nwpo showing the respect for what that plank hitbox could do. What? Okay, maybe we are looking at... Okay, Zapatos must have lagged. Even though Zapatos has 60 ping, he clearly must have lagged. We're going to watch it again from Zapatos' POV. Yeah, I don't know. He's the one who uploaded it, so obviously he lagged. Now, if we watched Nwpo's version of the replay, there might be like 20 of those throughout the whole game. But either way, it's going to be a 7-4 lead for Nwpo. A rare moment in which his internet connection was better than his opponent, who has half as much ping as he does. As he will now float away after going for a pretty fancy set of resets. Ooh, that actually was an own goal from Nwpo. Zapatos missed. He put it too wide, and Nwpo is the one to double it in. Halfway through the game, the initial lead down to only 2 that Nwpo was going crazy with. Wow. Those wall dashes, the way to stay supersonic there after getting all that boost stolen from him. The fact that he's able to go up and get a chip on the ball. But that being said, Zapatos has then read the super over aggression from Nwpo, lets him fly past and rolls it in for his 6th goal. 7-6. 7-6, and there's 2 minutes left to go in this game already. This is just the way these guys like to play. I'm not sure how many different games we're going to get to see between Nwpo and Zapatos. Of course, 1v1 LAN is now happening in RLCS, so we are going to get to see, you know, a couple more matches between regions where everybody's locked in and focused, but it's only one player as of right now. I really hope they expand that to more. I think it could get really exciting if we get more players used to playing on LAN and showing off, you know, the kind of play style that some of these guys love to use online. As Nwpo has a reset at ceiling height. Got a wave dash where he attempted a wave dash, but didn't quite land it. Now Zapatos on a dribble. Oh my goodness! That is akin to Moxie. I would argue that there's actually a higher ceiling for Zapatos with those flicks because he uses Ascentio. Sure, Moxie has a good one, and he puts heaters top left, but it really feels like those planks just launch it extra hard. Zapatos going to get back to cover his net here as Nwpo, such a soft touch, and then changed so many dashes together in order to gain control of the ball and tried to get a hook shot. Didn't work, but he's quickly recovered for their counterattack. As now Nwpo looking for a really egregious double. I actually think he bailed out of it, expecting Zapatos to clear it because he just thought there's no chance he's going to even get a shot, and he ended up shooting it wide. If he had locked in the whole way and actually tried to hit it, he might have been able to. Nwpo now up 1 minute left to go. First touch reset. Really loses control of the ball. And he's not going to be able to land a demo either. But of course he's going to chase the ball down. When does he not? And he will slam in a 9th goal. 44 seconds still. So a lot of times Zapatos could afford a good kickoff. You know he's going to go to his wave dash kickoff. Tried and true. And he does lose it into the orange half, but not the end of the world here, as he has a big landing zap dash. Nwpo going to carry this directly into the pre-jump from Zapatos. It's not often that you see that. Is Zapatos going to get back? He has a chance. Oh my goodness, Nwpo did not just nose grind all the way. Sorry. We have to watch this again. This is just a ridiculous play. Nwpo takes it to the back wall. Zapatos pre-jumps, which normally convinces players to not keep going, but Nwpo does keep going, gets it over the top, takes the in one, and then nose grinds the finish. Doesn't even worry about the ball bouncing down and in. That is just ridiculous from Nwpo. And now he's up 3 with 26 seconds left to go. Probably a game over here, but Zapatos not going to give up. I mean, I don't know how often he's going to get to play against Nwpo. Nice little wave dash recovery. Gets a demo and gets himself a goal, so he just needs 2 more of those, and he may just be cooking here. 19 seconds left to go. Zapatos to the side wall. He's got possession. This is what he needed. Has a resets. And nice wave dash shots. Threatened the whole way. Really solid setup. But still one more. He dug himself a pretty big hole to start this game. He's been able to fight it back well. He's another kickoff win. Slight delay, I think, on this wave dash kickoff as Nwpo pops it up. Interesting decision to go for midfield 100 from Zapatos when it seemed clear he was not going to be able to get that beat. And by doing so, I mean, it was just a massive risk. And maybe that's, you know, the reality of what he needed. If we go back to his POV, not a bad kickoff, not the end of the world. Especially after Nwpo jumps. When he jumps up for this one, it just seems like this touch isn't great. I don't know. There's got to be so many better options than trying to steal the midfield 100 from him. But Nwpo is able to grab it and air dribble to a finish, even if, you know, Zapatos gets a touch on that. There's no way he's going to be able to take it to the other side of the field. But, I mean, wow. I tell you what, I watched this one, or I wanted to watch this one because I knew Nwpo was on 160 ping, and it's not often you're going to get to see these two guys get to play against each other. But it went even crazy harder than I thought. Definitely worthwhile. Maybe not 2 replays for this video, but a nice, good 1 replay. And I enjoyed it.